This is the Whole Care Network. Helping you tell your story one podcast at a time. Content presented in the following podcast is for information purposes only. Views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the host and guest and may not represent the views and opinions of the Whole Care Network. Always consult with your physician for any medical advice, and always consult with your attorney for any legal advice. And thank you for listening to the Whole Care Network.
Hello, my beautiful friend. This is a Time to Care the Caregivers podcast, and I'm Isabel Melgarejo, your host. Welcome today. Have you ever been to a very authentic Mexican restaurant? If yes, maybe you remember in the middle of the table a lot of salsas and condiments to finish your plate. So today we're going to talk about how to spice up your life. Let's get started. As you know, I was born and raised in Mexico City, and I'm a very proud Mexican. And one of the things that I never gave a thought to, but the more I travel and the more cultures that I meet, the more obvious it becomes to me that not everybody spice their life the same. So, for example, if you're having Thai food, you get 1 to 5 spice and you get to choose how spicy you want your food. If you go to any restaurants, you can ask them to remove an ingredient or maybe add another one into your plate and make it more personalized. But not a lot of cuisines have the flexibility and the options that Mexican cuisine has. And that doesn't happen everywhere. You have to be in Mexico to experience that. I have been to restaurants in which you even choose how you want your salsa. Yeah, like they bring a card with probably 20 to 20 different kinds of chiles. And then you get to choose which ones you want in your salsa. So that salsa is made just for you and nobody else. And those sorts of experiences I've never experienced anywhere else in the world. We are just choosing from whatever we have available there. And this is something really sad because we're just used to choosing A, B, C, or D, and maybe there are places where there are hundreds of options. But there's never that personalization in which you get to choose exactly what you want. Today, I want to talk about that because I think we should. I think we need to start doing our own personal salsas. We need to put in front of us the salsas that we like the most. Maybe you like red, maybe you like yellow or green, or maybe you like a bean salsa or a mole. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that you create that specific salsa for your plate. So let me get into this analogy a little bit better. Your plate is what you've been served. That is your life. Maybe you're a long distance caregiver, or maybe you're a 24/7 caregiver. Maybe you have a great relationship with your family and you're more prone to have happy moments and share anecdotes and live in the moment. And maybe that's not the case. Maybe you have lots of struggles dealing with family members and you're fighting all the time and completely drained of energy. So that is your plate. Whatever it is, that is your plate. But you can choose how to spice it. You can choose if you want the green salsa or the red. Maybe you like it really, really hot. Maybe you like it mild and go for the tomato and pico de gallo. Maybe you like lime only or the veggies, onion and cilantro. Maybe you're into very complex toppings like mole that uses dozens of spices to make the perfect combination and have the perfect texture. And that's where you come in. That's where your ideas and how you're imagining that future comes into place. If you're not driving, if you're in a safe place, I would like you to sit down and close your eyes. And if you're driving, maybe you want to stop here and listen to this podcast later in the day. So sit down and take just a few minutes to think about how you're envisioning your life. What is your plate? What are the current things in your life that you have? Are you overwhelmed with all the work that you're doing? Are you waking up super early in the morning and not sleeping enough? Maybe you feel the sandwich. You're juggling between taking care of your kids and taking care of mom. And you don't even know how to prioritize what. Maybe you're caring for several different adults, for mom, dad, and uncle, and all of that responsibility fell on you all of a sudden. You didn't ask for that, but it's there. And now think what you have in front of you, the options that you have. How do you want to spice up your life? Maybe you want to spice up your life with a very spicy salsa. You want it hot. Maybe that hotness that you want in your salsa is to free some time for yourself and have those difficult conversations that you need to have with someone so you get the help that you need and that you desperately need. Maybe it is a green salsa, the one that just brings a little bit of spice that you can feel it, but it's not overwhelming. That salsa is bringing more joy into your life. Maybe you want to experience with something new, find a new hobby, start a new class. Maybe do even something reckless that you never thought you could do, like jumping from a plane with a parachute. I don't know. That could be an option. And doing something that you never thought you could do, but just there and having that experience that will bring you back to life. Or maybe you want to just add a little bit of more flavor with a little bit of lime and pico de gallo or guac. And maybe that means filling your cup first thing in the morning before all the activities overwhelm you. Maybe that pico de gallo is just taking 5 full minutes to enjoy a cup of coffee and to really enjoy that coffee. Smell the coffee, taste it, pay attention to how the cream dissolves in the hot coffee, and pay attention to that aroma while it is brewing. And pick up your favorite cup, a beautiful cup that will warm your hands while you're drinking that coffee. What is it for you right now? Now that you have your eyes closed, what's the sort of salsa that you need right now? Pay attention to what your body is craving. Maybe it's adventure. Maybe it's self-care. Maybe even that self-care takes the form of learning how to take care of your money or how to eat better. It really doesn't matter. But right now that you're paying attention to your body and your body's cravings, open your eyes and write down that thing that your body's craving. Got it? Did you write it down? If you haven't done it, do it. Because when you write things then you make it more of a reality. And now that you know what you're craving, create the time to do that for yourself. Create those moments for you. Build them. Because the plate that you have in front of you, you can't change that. It's already been served. If the chicken is too cooked or not, or if the tortilla broke with the meat's juice, that's done. What you can do and change today to spice up your life is to pick up the salsa that you want. And there are hundreds, if not thousands, of salsas out there for you to choose. So choose the one that you want the most. If you've been wondering how to spice up your life and how you would like to bring more of that salsa into your life, schedule some time with me. Go to the show notes, scroll all the way down, and you will find the link to schedule some time with me. Go to my schedule and it's super easy. You will find a slot for you and then we can meet. I would love to help you spice up your life, and I would love for you to have more salsa in your life. So go do that and talk to you next week.
This is the Whole Care Network. Helping you tell your story one podcast at a time.